Alright, now I should be coming through. Can everyone hear me? This is also the loudest music in the game. Alright, thanks RPG Chick. Welcome everybody to what was the inaugural game for the Quintet Enix series. This is ActRaiser, my favorite game. I am lucky and honored to be able to run this game for everyone tonight in this great event, the Speedrun Ragnarok. Actually just got a PB in this Friday night. We run ActRaiser every Friday. And I'm looking to give a good show here tonight. The master incentive is or madam, so we are going to use that name. I believe that is the effect we're going for in the run, or in the name, because I don't think I can put a space. Alright. So let's get to some ActRaiser. This is going to be any percent. This is going to include simulation and action sequences. And the Hulk is the current world record holder with the only sub-hour time. But there are a lot of prominent runners. Crow and Straveris and Dagron. These are all people that have been grinding this game with me. It's a great game, so let's get into it. Timing will start actually further into the messages. Alright, here we go. First thing we do is change the message speed to instant. If you do nothing else in the game, just change the message speed. You can pretty much consider it a speedrun. This game has some of the best music in the game ever. Yuzo Koshiro, especially Act 1 Fillmore. I'm going to be using the slash jump a lot. It extends the height and length of our jumps. It's not just for show. You don't necessarily do a lot of fighting in this game. There's a lot of damage boosting. In fact, some of the fighting will just slow you down. You'll end up taking more damage. So we're just going to cruise right through. Get 3 hits before the boss even moves. Much easier to fight the boss from this side. And we are through Act 1. This is where the run actually gets more difficult. Simulation. There's a lot going on in simulation. I'll try to explain it. But everything done in simulation is to a script. But there is some RNG here. A lot of mashing as well. So we're only going to be clearing the necessary areas that we need to with miracles. We're only going to be building in exact patterns to seal the layers quickly. Normally simulation is very boring. Not in this run. It's actually very stressful. We're trying to kill as many monsters as possible in the first 2 cycles. So we don't want any of these monsters accidentally trying a house or something. Right, we got 26. That's the number we needed, so we are in good shape here. Blue Dragon was kind to us. Got first steps here by our villagers, trying to chase down the horse. There's a few mechanics to this game. There's an invisible soul counter. That's why we had to kill so many monsters so fast. Souls translate to people, similar to how Soul Blazer was. It's the little blue orb that flies back to the shrine. The people have a lot to tell us, so we're mashing. Oh, well, there goes a house. That's fine. Not for the people in it, but it's fine for the run. And it's gonna get rebuilt. But there is a strict population requirement. Don't want to lose too many houses. Sometimes Blue Dragon does the Blue Dragon thing, and gotta keep an eye out. While I'm doing this, the Blue Dragon's probably getting into position again, so we gotta go chase. Oh, okay. Very nice. We are moving very quickly through simulation. Yeah, we don't have to max population in this run, 100%. You kind of have to max level. We're just doing enough to make sure we get the levels needed. Very important also, we're collecting offerings. Those offerings are required, like bridge technology. Very important not to miss those either. Every time you finish sim, you get to do another act. Enter the hole. And like you see your spirit coming through the hole like that. It's beautifully done. Fillmore Act 2. Underground castle here. Water slows you down, so we're just trying to keep in the air. Little edge boost here, didn't get it. A lot of damage boosting. We turn around so we don't get knockbacks. So damage boosting is pretty important. And here's our first glitch. The wall clip. Take damage, push into the wall for 1 frame, and you can just pass this whole section. Just gotta jump. That's used in certain areas of the run. Specifically that one. Pretty cool in other areas. And we got the red Speedo wearing Minotaur. Not much strategy here. Just win the damage war. And that'll do it for Fillmore. For now. And normally the people are gonna go through this whole thank you spiel. We're just mashing B to get right out of here. So Fillmore acts are done for now. Fillmore will continue to remotely build while we're away every 6 cycles, or construction cycle. Here there's a lot of well-timed jumps, sword slashes, and jerk birds. There we despawn 2 of those flying fish things by just jumping up. Now the Manticore fight. Very tough fight to do fast. Oof! Got it. The left top kill is very good. That was scary. Yes! Yes, thank you. So the start of the sim was pretty stressful. We had to make a requirement again. Kill the monsters as fast as possible. I accidentally used one of the bombs. But that's fine. We used the bridge tech. And we're just cruising right along now in the simulation. These monsters aren't really going to troll us much. But there is a particular boy that's going to be key to this area. As you can see, the blood pool is very red, very, very evil looking. And we're gonna go ahead and take care of that. But we need the help of Teddy, who's in this area. So we're waiting for him to show up. Let's see, I think there was a question about the Manticore. Yes, jumping and killing the Manticores. Pretty fast. Alright, here we get the bread. Lure Teddy back home. I hate menuing, and there's a lot of menuing in this game. So we're trying to do menuing as fast as possible. This Teddy sequence takes a lot of menus. He finds the magic skull. We take out that lair. Thanks to Teddy, the blood pool is now cleansed. What we don't know yet is Teddy is going to be pulling the wrong straw and have to be sacrificed to the boss in this castle. So, the angel knows this, by the way, but doesn't tell us. But Teddy does the good deed. Okay, in the US version, Teddy doesn't actually die, but in the Japanese version, Teddy dies. No wonder he wanted to run away. As you can see, all the building here is done to a science. We cleared this layer last because there's an item in it. And the item message skips the Act 2 message, which talks about Teddy being sacrificed. But as you see, the simulation moves very quickly in the speedrun. Crow and Hulk, they did a lot of optimization to this run to make simulation fast and stressful. The action stages are almost easier. In story mode, the enemies go down pretty fast. In professional mode, they take two hits. See, that spike jump wouldn't be possible in the Japanese version because spikes are insta-kill. In this version, no problem. This stuff reminds me of Ninja Turtles and the Dam Agent, the Dam level. Japanese version's actually a lot harder. Little D-boost turn there. These disappearing blocks don't pose too much trouble in this game. Okay, first boss here is this pattern is all RNG. There's some really fast patterns and there's some really slow ones. That's cool. Good start. That's a bad one. And that's okay. You could skip this transformation if you get the really good pattern. We didn't, but it's still a good run. Honestly, I didn't pull out a lot of stops here for the run, so we could potentially even PB tonight, who knows. The JP version has some easier simulation, but the action sequences are tougher, for sure. So that's where you would have found out that Teddy made the ultimate sacrifice, but Teddy lives on here. And we get a magic scroll, and we get our first magic Stardust. That's what's used through the rest of the run. Magic Stardust. Yes. Yo, Supersonic, thank you for that. Supersonic got me into speedrunning Mario. Thank you. Alright, so we equip that magic, the magic Stardust. We have one magic scroll ready to use. Magic scroll is that one's permanent. Ones you get into levels or not. In the Japanese version, it takes 2 scrolls to use Magic Stardust. In the US version, only 1. Oh, got caught with RNG there. Got the Fry guy chasing us now. A lot of deboosting here. Don't want to fight these. See, like a jump like that wouldn't have been possible without a slash. In fact, these are pretty scary jumps. Just gonna skip that apple. A little crazy right now. And now the antlion fight. Let's see what the dust does. A little scary right now. So we didn't get that apple, but no problem. Dust RNG. Sometimes the dust will take the antlion out in 1 cycle, or it'll leave you vulnerable like that. Alright, Cassandora. It's a lot of sand in Cassandora. The only way to take out sand is the rain miracle. We're gonna carve a path right through. Now I'm using the bomb while I'm using the miracle, because while miracles are going on, time freezes. There's that little hourglass. And while time is frozen, you can kill monsters, so we're getting our soul count up. And we're trying here. We got 10, that's enough. 10's the number on the top left there. The other is the total population. And all of this building that we're doing, we're trying to build in 2 directions all the time. You actually, you can't seal a lair. Like, we can't build ahead unless there's a house on that square. Right? So, gotta get houses on just about everywhere. Now we're gonna carve right through. Like a beeline for the layers. And that was a good time for anything. Yeah, so as the areas get a little larger, at this point there's a little more downtime. And you'll probably notice that one villager just kind of hanging out over here. Unfortunately, that villager's dead. In fact, that villager died of the plague. Now, if you happen to rescue this villager, they bury the dead body near the shrine. And since there was the plague in that body, the plague is just gonna spread through the whole area. That is why we're just leaving this villager alone here. In fact, we're going to be a pretty merciless master or madam. Sir or madam here. We're really not going to entertain any wishes of the villagers. Just going to get through. So, we wait for this area to fill out. Now, you do need a level requirement to get to the next area. So that is why we have to get to level 10 to get to North Wall. The population is important to manage here. And it is all calculated. It's just very boring to talk about. Nope, no reason to lightning the pyramid here. I don't know how the pyramid was buried under the sand, though. That always baffled me. There is a shrine you... Well, that's always fun. Yeah, you earthquake the level 1 houses. That's done in 100% for sure. There's a shrine, though, you lightning later on, and you can get an item from that. That's maybe what you're thinking of. Oh, you earthquake the pyramid. That's what you're thinking. Yes, earthquake. You are correct. Okay, there's a pretty tight jump there that you can line up for. There's a 1 to 4 frame window to get it, and we're not going for it. It loses a lot of time if you miss it. I say 1 to 4 frames because unfortunately the people that programmed this game made it so when you press a direction, sometimes you move 1 frame and sometimes you move 4 frames. So that's always fun to deal with. Went for the arrow skip there. That timing is very tight. It's on a global timer, the platform we need to reach. Right now, we gotta make it to that platform by 172. So here we go. Plenty of time. As long as you get here before 172 on the timer, you're good. Damage boost. Making quick work with the Stardust there. No problem on that fight. Dust Mage gifting the tier 1 sub to Wells JC. Thank you, Dust Mage. So we skipped the thank you message in Cassandora. We actually head back to Fillmore here. This is a little bit of a routing where they're building in Cassandora on this cycle, but they're also going to build here because we're here. So there's a remote build happening in Cassandora. There's a build happening here. We got a population bonus. We get to see the cool mansions. Like the model town. See, this is kind of like that throwback to model town that we talked about before, I guess. Yeah, the run just made simulation more stressful. Like, I enjoyed this game tremendously. Like, it's just a cool game, but yeah, the run is very stressful. This is... Yeah, this is corn. So you have corn and wheat. In the Japanese version, there's corn and rice. So we have wheat. Wheat? Why are you putting so much emphasis on the H? And yeah, in the Japanese version, it's rice. Here we are already into Atos, just about halfway through the game. I call this the land of the 80s. You got like the Goonies looking grandmas. And then we're gonna have these like birds. Well, these birds. These are jerk birds. They just steer you right into danger. Could just... Then you got Doc Brown over here. It's the hair on the bird. Now these skulls in the Japanese version can't be destroyed. In this version they can be. Yeah, really cool background. Love the stage. The music just synchronizes perfectly with everything happening. Oh my goodness, got the volcano jump. That is crazy what you just witnessed. That is not easy to pull off. Like, I get that maybe 1 in 10 times. We just jumped over the volcano. Let's scroll the screen. This is not the intended way to go. Now we got this beautiful sword beam for this fight. Beautiful fight. Barely saw the fight. Yeah, that's like another 1 to 4 frame jump. Everything's got to line up. Got to get the sword slash. Very tough setup. Oh, Vanny's here. Looking forward to his Newtopia run later tonight. Really, thanks for all those gift subs as well. Best Mage support's tremendous tonight. Thank you, RPG Chick. Alright, we are trying to use miracles, kill monsters as fast as possible. Again, the timing of the miracles plus killing monsters is crucial. In fact, sometimes you can use the miracle to kill them as they're coming up. That was pretty good. Yep, intro of the skull enemy here. Just imagine looking out your window and seeing one of those things at night. Or anytime. I mean, they're massive. This area has it all. We got lakes, we got mountains, we got skulls, volcanoes. some horses, some sheep, windmills. Yeah, JP version monsters go down a little faster, and your health constantly refills in the JP version. Yeah, I really enjoy the JP version as well. I run that. It's a good one. So this villager is waiting for us to send rain or the master's tears. We are kind of just ignoring that request. It's 5.5 seconds for that miracle. So unfortunately, the villager will pass without the wish being granted. Now you'll see every time we go to the shrine, there's only one person in the shrine. So yeah, lost him. Oh, we get to use the wind miracle. The only time we get to use it. That's to keep the windmills blowing. If you don't use it, construction stops. All the people are unhappy. They don't want to do anything. So you have to remember to use it. And we are just, like I said, sealing layers in a particular order. There's an item in that layer on the end, so skip the Act 2 message by sealing it last. I always felt like they were out there with little hammers sealing it up. I don't know. We dodge out of there before the volcano goes off because it creates a ton of lag. Alright, this is one of the hardest levels of the game. Try to go fast. Oof, made it. Okay, it's very stressful. Super focused on inputs mode. A lot of scary damage boosting. Very easy to find yourself into the ragu there. One deboost strat that's really cool. We buffer B here for the jump. And then we hope RNG is good on the Stardust. It tried. Okay. Anytime you clear that level with all the deboosts, because you have like just enough health, the jumps are really tight. It's a good run. I used to joke like a lot of runs go to die in a lake of fire and fry, and that is the Atos Act 2. Alright, we got the lone mountain climber, probably just in a toga and sandals, strolling on up, no problem. We got some downtime now. We got actually literally 3 or 4 construction cycles, 24 seconds each, where nothing happens, so that was a good time. Yeah, we do get to watch the sheep. They procreate here, and then they disappear. Maybe one eats the other, I don't know. There are some nice sheep. We're just waiting for the level, to, the population to hit 1500 here, so it's at 1486. That'll allow us to go to the next level. High Spirits with the raid. Welcome everybody from High Spirits channel. We are moving into Marana. And we are raising axe. This is the jungle. Jungle Marana. Very jungle theme. This is another place we get to make use of the wall clip, just in a different way. See, when there's no ceiling and you do a wall clip, you can transition to the next area, similar to like what we did with the volcano jump. Got it. And you just kind of walk over the wall. Kind of nice glitch. That was actually a pretty good try. Don't want to get caught up with those. Those enemies are brutal. And we're going to try to go for the wall clip here as well. Easier way to fight the boss than doing this little jump tactic. Didn't get it. It's really tough to line up. You got a lot of going on. We do a little jump attack, no problem. But you can get the wall clip. Basically align yourself and just slash away at the whatever that nub is, the bud of this weird looking monster. Raffle Lasher. Here we are in the jungle. The islands. Nice vacation spot. First thing you want to do is send the earth page. You probably will just send it after the houses are built. Just join the islands. Don't want to forget to do that. Like RPG Chick probably will just send it after the houses are built. Destroying everything. That would be bad though. It's fun, don't get me wrong. We do make these fields wheat. That increases population. We do that in Cassandora, and we do that here. It's only 2 areas. Fillmore, not necessary. And now there's a lot of menuing. A lot of menuing. A lot of miracles. A lot of mashing. Monsters don't really do too much here. There are a few that could become a problem later on. Just keep an eye out. But yeah, it's 24 seconds roughly for each construction cycle for the hourglass to fill. So that's... And the miracle use stops it. So that's why you want to minimize the amount of miracles. Oh, yeah. Yeah, this area is level 8 requirement comes first, but technically if you're level 10 already, you can do whichever area you so choose. And in ActRaiser 2, it's just about fair game as to what area you want to clear first. Okay, now is when the monsters kind of get a little annoying. They don't respawn while building is happening, so I'm taking advantage of that. Kill that one. Kill that. Okay. I'm trying to seal all these layers on the same side. Oh, you have to rescue those people over land. If you rescue them over water, they drown. So on this stage, there's a lot of water. Yes. Alright, we are clear. But every population counts here, so if those people got carried off or drowned, you probably would have missed the cycle here, the requirements. It literally looks like monkeys in a barrel, and the napper bat takes them out. Yeah. Alright, we're just waiting for the population to hit 1900. I'm a little short on population. But we'll be getting out of here pretty soon. So all these people have now turned to the other master that's in this shrine. Oof, 6 people short of 1900. That's the requirement to get to level 10. Oh, evil. Alright. Let's go take care of that false god. This stage is a total damage boost. There's a few I recommend killing, particularly that one. These I just kill for fun. This is another really neat stage. And then there's some alien-looking monsters here. I have no idea why. Very weird. Nice. That's very tight jumps. Alright, let's keep it going. Action stages are very quick in this game, as you can see. Usually just a minute or less. Let's see what pattern we get here. Oh, that's bad. Wastes time. It's like Magnum blue shots in Zelda. You want the spike butt to drop down every time. So this run has a little bit of RNG elements, and it's why it's so hard to get a perfect run every time. The boss patterns like Kalia here, Zeppelin Wolf that we saw earlier, they all can do whatever they so choose. Yeah, Stardust. You don't count on it doing good things, but when it does, hey. This is the lullaby of the run. Beautiful stage. And this is where the eyeballs start to appear. Now the eyeballs and where they appear is also RNG. I've done the run enough times to pretty much have an idea of where they're gonna spawn, but every now and then you get some bad ones. Very chill. To ride a little icicle here. See what the eyeballs do. Oh, the eyeball wall. There you go. Nothing I can do. I slash him down. We're doing a little boost off the slopes there. It's probably not that noticeable. More D-boosts. So it turns out the easiest way to fight this boss is just spam magic. It used to be really cool, we do like backslashes and stuff. But that ends up being slow. So this fight is trivial. If you get really good Stardust RNG, which we haven't been getting, that boss can go down in 1.5 cycles. I can't believe we're already at the last area of this run. This goes so quick. Kind of sad at the same time. I really enjoy spending time with everyone here. I'm glad everybody's here watching. Thanks for all the supports. So we're gonna use the fleece, which actually isn't required. You could skip it. It's not gonna save any time. It's a lot slower too. This is a little puzzle that Crow came up with. We had to solve how to do that. There is a way. We just use it so people don't freeze here. Again, building in a very particular pattern. Sending the sun. I use Strength of an Angel. That's why these enemies go down very quickly. Otherwise those skulls can be troublesome. You would think sunlight would like have a longer spread or wider spread. Alright, so we want to keep the population actually under 22 for this area, so we skip a thank you message. And sometimes the skulls get a little shaky. Alright, we're good. We got 18, that's perfect. Here we don't really care about population otherwise. So I'm really just forcing my way to seal layers quickly. Yeah, skulls cast Earthquake. And you need houses on squares to advance construction, so definitely don't want to lose these houses. As soon as you seal this layer, suddenly they know how to build bridges. That's forced. Otherwise we would have sealed this layer faster, it was closer. And that's it. The final reticle movements. If you need an extra life, when you're doing the boss rush, you blast this shrine with lightning. And they're holding out on one, they'll give it to you after you scare them. That's a good safety to know about. Now, we can be cruel here. We don't have to kill the skull. We can just kind of leave the skull behind. I don't have any arrows left, so I guess we have no choice. So the people of North Wall, I'm sorry. But we gotta go. Yeah, it would be funny if it just earthquaked and ruined my run, right? That is it. Simulation is over. We're into the final act. Awesome music here. Some say it sounds like Star Wars. I agree. Got bad eye RNG there. This is a very tough climb. Best option, don't fight anything. Just take damage boosts. That's it. Gotta keep jumping on the bubble to keep it going. Purple ones disappear and break. Green ones are super durable. Done. Alright, here we go. What pattern will the wyvern give us? That's bad. You want it to swoop from the right? No right swoops. And while this is all going on, you get the worst RNG, and the worst lag. I love this fight though, it looks so cool. You can stun lock the wyvern with Stardust from the right swoop. It's really cool. We'll get one more try at it. Because now, the most iconic scene, Deathheim. And the ActRaiser boss rush. Bosses are a little faster. Techniques are pretty much the same. Alright, let's see what Zeppelin Wolf is gonna do. Let's hope for a good pattern. Fast pattern. That's a pretty good spot. That's a good spot. It's a really good spot. That's where you want it. Ooh, one hit away from the transformation. If you let that wolf go a little bit, it's a crazy fight. Wolf jumping all over the place. Yeah, there's no healing, no restocking of magic. But you can take a death abuse to at least refill your health. That Stardust RNG. This is a really cool fight. Very scripted. One hit fight. Now we get Kalia. Don't know what Kalia is gonna do. About 4 hits per cycle. If you swing the correct way. Don't want those blue shots. Well, just get all the blue shots. Okay, I was joking. It's like the dives in Soul Wizard. Oh, I missed the turn. Alright. The hitbox on Kalia is a train wreck. So you are always at a disadvantage when it comes to that hitbox. And we walk. That's the first death abuse. Got the right swoop, but just a bad pattern. So now we're gonna have an interesting fight. See, this is what happens when the Stardust RNG is no good. In professional mode, you actually don't get any magic, so you have to do all the fights with your sword. And I've grinded the heck out of that, so I'm used to it. It's a really tough fight otherwise. Alright, we're already up to the final boss. Tanzra, 2 phases. Tanzra has a little bit of Stardust of their own here. Really hideous looking. That dazzling space probably looks familiar when I saw it in Soul Wizard. You can recycle, but it's not easy. You have to get extra hits in. And here we come on time. And that is it. Tanzra goes down. That's a really good time. Especially with the RNG we got on the dust. Well, I appreciate, again, tremendous support tonight. This is my favorite game. Love running ActRaiser. I also love Soul Blazers. That was really great. I'm glad I got to commentate there. Super pleasure to hang out with everyone. Oh my gosh, it's so early on. I'm gonna miss everyone, but I'm gonna be checking in to watch all these other great runs coming up. I know Glitchless is doing some more runs, Vanny Van tonight as well. Incredible lineup. Always could use more ActRaiser runners. Beautiful game. And like I said, I can help out. There's Discords. I love running the game. Always happy to share. Thank you all for the GGs. Oh, one other thing. And you can put an input into the ending, so we like to give little angel buttons. And that's it. Thank you, RPG Chick.